I hear it all day, every day. Good, honest people who say that they want to have a successful home business, and when you talk to them, they've got all these reasons why they can't be successful. My name is Kathy Heath, and you can find me over at kathyheath.com. You know, I talk to people online and offline all day, every day, and the folks who are struggling with their home business are generally fall into, a couple of categories. And the ones that I want to talk with you about today are the ones who, let's be honest, are the excuse makers. The excuse makers, it doesn't matter what you say to them, they're going to have a reason why they can't. I wrote down 5 of the most common that I come across on a daily basis. And I'm going to do it in the David Letterman order, starting with number 5. The number 5 is, I'm just confused and overwhelmed with all this information. It's too much to absorb. I get that. I understand that there's a lot of information out there on the internet. Information is coming at us at a faster and faster and faster rate every single day. I heard just the other day that every day we're getting as much information as there has been from the dawn of man to, the beginning of the computer age. That's a lot of information. But what happens is, what I see people doing is, when they're overwhelmed, when they're confused because they've got all this information, instead of focusing down on maybe 1 or 2 things until they master it, the next shiny object that comes along, they think it's a magic button, a magic potion, some kind of fairy dust that they're going to sprinkle on their confusion. It's going to sort it all out for them, when in actuality what they're doing is adding 1 more thing to their already overloaded plate. It's not going to work. So if you're confused, if you think that's the reason that, it's holding you back, focus in on 1 or 2 things and master those, and then add 1 more at a time. Number 4, I don't have the money for all of the fancy tools and, software and services and what have you that everybody's using. Fair enough. Some of that stuff costs money. But there's 2 issues here. Number 1, you can build a successful home business with free things on the internet, free blogs and free advertising. And I'm not talking about the free ad sites. I'm talking about, learning how to use social media to advertise and get yourself out there. There's a lot of stuff that you can do that won't cost you a penny. That's number 1. Number 2, if there's a service that you want to use, for instance, an autoresponder, and you really want to start building your list, and you don't have the $20 a month to spend on an autoresponder. Well, most autoresponders, I know the one I use, have an affiliate program whereby for every person you refer, you get a certain commission. And with my particular autoresponder, all I need is, I think it's like 5 referrals, and my autoresponder is absolutely free every month. I don't have to pay a dime for it. And a lot of the programs out there are like that. Okay? So don't let money be an issue. Use the free stuff and get creative with the tools that you really do want to use to help you build your business. Number 3, your age. I'm too old to fill in the blank, I'm sorry, but this one just doesn't wash with me. When I came online, I was approaching my 60th birthday. I'm a grandmother of 11, and I didn't grow up with the notion of being a marketer online. I did grow up with the notion that if I wanted something bad enough that I could find out a way to accomplish it, and that's carried me through. All I needed was for someone to reach out their hand to show me the basics, and I was able to take it from there. Age is not an issue unless you want to sit down and let everything pass you by, and then that's your choice. Number 2, time. I don't have enough time to work on my home business. Well, let me ask you, if you don't work on your home business at all, where are you going to be a year from now? Now, ask yourself, what do I do that wastes time? And there may be some legitimate things that you don't want to give up, but honestly, is your freedom, is your goal that you set for yourself more important than American Idol and Dancing with the Stars, or not? And when you talk about people who are busy, I mean, my gosh, I have a house to run, a family to take care of. I have 11 grandchildren. My elderly mother lives with me, and I am her sole caretaker 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm a very, very busy lady. But I make time to do what I need to do for my business every single day. And the last one, and this is probably the one that I hear from people my age most often. I just don't understand all that technology this, that technology that. What I want you to really understand is the computer, the internet, is nothing more than a tool. Face it, when we were kids, the phone that weighed a ton, didn't it? and sat on the table, had a dial on it. And then it went to push buttons. And from push buttons, it went to cordless. Remember the original cordless phones? They were like that big. From cordless, it went to wireless cell phone technology, but those came in great big old briefcases, that people had to carry and have plugged in their cars. And now our phones look like this, and we carry them in our pockets, and they're little computers, actually. So if you've been able to adapt to using a tool like the telephone as it's morphed and changed over the years, I'm here to tell you, you can adapt and change and learn how to use a computer. It's really the same thing. The reason that technology is frightening is because it's the unknown. We're always afraid of the unknown. That's why I'm here to say, if I can do it, you can do it. And if you want to do it, I'll show you how. It's really not that difficult. Don't get caught up in what you see out there on the internet with all this fancy stuff and all these big shiny programs about, SEO and analytics and this and that and the other. what you need is to learn the basics. And once you learn the basics, you can go anywhere you want to and do anything you want to. So, what's your excuse? Any one of those top 5? You might want to give me a call. You might want to visit my website at kathyheath.com. And don't forget, Kathy is spelled Cathie. Get on my mailing list so that I can send you the tips and the tricks that I use. And if you want to work with me, I'd be happy to talk to you. Give me a call. My number will be at the end of this video. Until next time, take care.